Hi class, one more quick video on some terminology for mathematical expressions you might see in a textbook. Okay. All right, so let's start with the definition of the word definition. Okay. Definition is a precise and unambiguous description of the meaning of a mathematical term. Okay. What I want you to understand about this definition is that it's more than understanding what the term means. When you're proving things, everybody starts with the same definition. So if people use different words, the same word with different mathematical meaning that are similar, that will get confusing very quickly. So everybody uses the same definition, and that's the understanding. So when you're starting with a proof of something, definition is usually where you turn first. There are exceptions to this. If you're using a different definition that's a little bit more convenient, you could use that, but before you could use that, you need another theorem that tells you that both of these definitions are equivalent. So definitions are very important, much more important than you might suspect at the beginning. Okay. Proof is a deductive argument of a mathematical statement. So it shows why that statement that you're proving is true. You're trying to convince the audience that it's true. The word proposition, lemma, theorem, corollary, they all mean the same thing. It's a mathematical statement which has a proof. So it's a true statement, and somebody has written down a proof to describe why it's true. But they're used in slightly different ways. So let me go through them. We usually attach the word proposition to a result that is not too difficult to prove, maybe 2-3 lines of proofs. So if it's a small theorem, you call it a proposition. You usually use the word lemma if it's a result that you kind of have to use to get to a bigger theorem. So it's kind of like something that you can build on. It's a theorem that exists solely in purpose of proving other theorems. So the word theorem is usually used as a major result. This is something that an achievement, right? And usually the word corollary is used as a result that you kind of get because there was another major theorem that makes it easy to prove it. So if it's a consequence of a more important theorem, you usually attach the word corollary to it. If you have a mathematical statement that you think it might be true, but you don't know how to prove yet, the word conjecture is used. So usually some educated guess. So you have a good reason why you believe it's true. Axiom or postulate. These are words that are used for facts that you take for granted. So you can't prove any theorems from out of thin air. Even mathematics have to start from some statements that's given to us. So axioms or equivalently postulates are basically the starting statements we start with. So we accept them without proof. Okay, but usually mathematical axioms are pretty reasonable. Okay. The word identity are used for mathematical expression that's equal of two quantities, usually no matter what the variables are saying. The word claim is more informal version of something. Hey, I'm going to prove this. This is my claim, and here's the proof. So it's more of a use like an informal lemma. Like you might use a claim to prove a theorem that you're trying to prove. Okay, so those are the terms I kind of wanted to explain. Maybe you know this already. Maybe you haven't seen it because it's never explicitly stated anywhere. But there you go. Now you have it. All right. I'll see you guys next week.